Welcome back to the Beehive, guys. We're going to get into some unboxings. So these are in the store the other day. In the checkout line, Fort Knox milk chocolate coins. And these are with them. And I couldn't help but think of Ron's basement. Fort Knox unicorns. What is up with that, huh? This was originally packaged up for Ron's basement, but he said he was going to get a P.O. box, and then last I checked, he never did. So now I'm just going to eat them, but I always had them packaged up to go to Ron's basement, and it's a little note. Some real gold from Fort Knox. This is probably what's in Fort Knox. I don't know. How is it that if these aren't made for Ron's basement, what are these things doing? Why do you have this next to these? Like, what is the... How does that connection happen? I don't know. Anyway. Alright, guys, we're gonna get into these boxes. But I'm gonna ramble on a little bit. Kind of a backstory here I want to cover. And so just bear with me a little bit on this video, guys. I'm going to start talking some gibberish. It won't make much sense, but I think when I'm done, hopefully it'll tie it together a little bit with these coins. And believe it or not, it does correlate with these coins, at least for me. And as someone famous said not long ago, this may ruffle some tail feathers. And I just want to use that for kind of a reference. Ruffle some tail feathers. What's that mean? Well, everybody can get an idea in their head just by picturing, a chicken getting their feathers all ruffled up, and how, what's that saying? Just that statement kind of draws a picture in people's minds that everyone can understand, no matter what language you're speaking. And that's kind of what I was wanting to talk about with these coins. And again, I came even to collecting kind of from I guess you would say more of a spiritual understanding. At least I was looking at the amount of lies that were being told in mainstream news and whatnot, and I was just realizing, okay, so we're a long ways down, a path here that, a lot of deception going on. So that's kind of how I got into precious metals and whatnot. So then you just carry that over to ancient coins. And I guess one of the things, even before I got into ancients, I was talking with my family one time. We were driving down the road, and I was saying about Egypt and ancient Egypt, and that, I think our first languages and the people of the time were much more based in reality, like, than we are. And I don't, for me personally, I don't follow the whole we were really stupid cavemen type idea, and then we got, a little bit smarter as time went by. I more think we were smart to start with, and yeah, sure, things developed over time, but I don't think we were really stupid to begin with. And I think we were more probably based in reality, in that, you didn't learn about a fox, that it has a red coat and a white tipped tail, and how you would read it in a book to describe a fox. You would know a fox from seeing it in nature, and watching it in nature, and understanding it just by knowing how it lives and acts and its character. And I think that ancient Egyptian writing, I guess that's what I was saying to my family, I think that you may not even needed to speak Egyptian. Like, look at some of those symbols and symbology, and you can just see, you can get meaning from it without knowing the language. And I think that's what they were doing, using some of this symbology. And I guess another thing is, often I've heard say, like, that art's kind of imitating life, and I think that back then it's more trying to bring life into art. And I'll explain a little bit more about that when we get into these coins, but I kind of wanted to lay that baseline out, that I think, like I was saying at the time, all of the cultures around, from Egypt to Greek to Roman, and all the different cultures, they all had a understanding that there was a spiritual realm of, they had a lot of different gods, and maybe lots of different ideals or personifications and whatnot, but I don't think you could have went to any of those cultures and said, there is no such thing as spirit. They, the spirit was just part of the reality of culture back then. And I think we've kind of swung the other way now. The pendulum is on the other side now. And so I'm just going to leave it there for now. Okay, so now let's get into these packages. This is from T. And I believe this, is going to be from Tiger Stacker, because I don't think I even ordered or won anything in the auction this time. I think this is T got something on the auction and said send it to Long-Lived Coins. So, boy, this is some nice material. Silver certificate, which I already have right here. What do we got here? 57, got a nice little holder there. I might have to rehold it and reuse that. I got an idea for that one. Thank you, T. Awesome. staples. I gotta get rid of these so I don't step on them. Whoa, cap came right off there. Oh, Libertad, nice. I couldn't even remember what it was. Wow, Libertad. Awesome, thanks, Tiger. That's awesome. 84. Nice. Awesome. Can always use another Libertad. Edge lettering. Cool. Thank you, T. And thank you, Tiger. Mucho apreciato. 1985. What? 84. 1985 from it's an 84, but cool. Ho ho ho. Look at these. Look at these. Wow, look at all this. Alas. Wow, this is exciting, guys. Alright, so this is going to be my baby in there somewheres. Alright, put you back here for a minute. Oh, ho, 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 ho. What do we have here? Too fun. Oh, hold on, I'm going to pause for 1 second. You know, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm showing my appreciation enough for this coin that was gifted me by Tiger Stacker. You know, I got this package Friday along with the other one, and I've been not feeling well this whole time, so I was waiting until I feel a little better, and I went to the doctor on Monday, and I'm getting back on my feet now here. So if I'm a little slow and I'm not too overly excited sounding, I'm just kind of getting back going. I kind of have a roller coaster type of a thing where I go for not quite a month and crash and then come back, and yeah, but greatly appreciated, and that the community would be, you know, this cool and just, you know, I don't know what to say about it. There's not enough to say about it. So, but
I asked for some books. Let's see what I got.
I love the packaging here.
how you package a book. Nice. Volume 1. You say excited? Can you say excited? Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is going to be fun. Cool. That looks like a very nice book. Alright, what do we got in here? I'm guessing. Going out on a limb here. I'm going to say this is another book. Guide Biblical Coins, 3rd edition, David Hinnon. More than 525 different ancient rates, biblical quotations, translations, characters, more than 900 photos. Cool. Values by Herbert Greenway. David Hinnon, I've heard a couple interviews with him. And I think he even has some more editions out, but this must be a good one to get started with. That's exciting. Cool, cool. So this is, we're going to have some biblical references, cool. What do we got here? I want to get, they have, of course, the shekels that, that Jesus was betrayed for it, 30 shekels, or 33 probably. So there will probably be some references to that in there, I want to get that. It's like Christmas. Oh, that, I want that one too. This is going to be volume 2, huh? Yep, cool. Recoined their value. James R. Sear, volume 2, Asia and Africa. And the first one was Europe. Okay. Last but not least, I don't know what this one's going to be. This is going to be the volume 1, or edition 1, first edition, of Harlan's book. And I know he's got a 3rd edition that I believe is in the process of being published, I think. I think he said hopefully by the new year, something like that. Yeah, the 3rd one will be out. And that'll be exciting. Set these over here. Oh yeah. Boof. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Aaron. I asked Aaron to put me some books together, and this is what we got. I greatly appreciate it, and he didn't even charge me. Which is very, very generous. Much appreciated. I cannot wait to read them and go through them. Alright, coin next.
Okay, hold the phone. This book is so gorgeous. As well as being signed to me from Harlan and Aaron Burke 2023. And that'd be a real signature. Look how pretty this book is though. Gorgeous. Awesome. Thrace, Lysimachus, 323 to 281 BC, and Amphipolis, 288 or 87 to 282 or 1 BC. Tetradrachm, 17.6 grams. Thompson, 198. Obverse diadem, head of Alexander the Great, wearing a horn of Ammon. The other side, Athena, seated, holding Nike, who crowns the king's name. Caduceus, in inner field, monogram in outer field. So we got this little Atari symbol over here. It's about as far back as Atari goes. And we've got the little so yeah. Right here you have Basileus or something like that, which means king. And then over here we have Lysimachus. Basileo, or however you say that, king. We've got this symbol over here, and the symbol up here, and then Nike crowning the name Lysimachus. Of this guy right here. That's pretty sweet. Ripples all the way around on the horn there. Curls of hair going over the horn. I'm gonna get a scope and get in a little bit closer, but I think you can even see where this is mounted onto his little diadem headdress or whatever. Kinda cool. So earlier I was talking about the spirit in these coins, and so to point out some of the things I'm talking about, the horn of Ammon. So this little horn coming off of his crown diadem, I think that's what you call it anyway, is representing power, right? So, the horn of Ammon is the power of God, in a sense, is to me what this is saying. And it's being captured in this coin. Just to show it's a way of saying, I have the power of God ruling, through me, and it's the same. Now back here we have Nike, but I'll pull up a different example where you have a king sitting on a throne, or a god sitting on his throne. And again, to me, it's the same idea that you have a god being represented here in a man, and just kind of saying that it's a way of stating his title, that he is elected by God to rule over the people, and that's how he's ruling through it in the power. That the horn of Ammon goes out in the power of God, as it were, or the power of you go back and you look at where's the horn of Ammon coming from. Well, you go back and look at Egyptian Amun-Ra, right? And it's like a ram. So a ram's horn. So it's a way of, and the same with like so over here we have this lion headdress. Okay, and that lion is saying kind of the same thing as the horn of Ammon here. Is that what's a lion represent? Well, a lion represents power, and rulership and dominance and all those things, and that's why he's wearing that as a headdress, or the horn of Ammon, or later he'll take on an elephant when they're out conquering other armies and whatnot, and they end up using elephants, and they're just mowing people over. And so later, he on his next coin, or one of his next coins, he wears a elephant headdress, because the power was, imagine the power in those elephants, and so I think that's why he graduated to the elephant headdress, is just saying, you know, ruling through the power of you know, the powerful elephants. So yeah. Anyway, that's to me the symbolical, spirit-filled type thing that I believe all these old coins have, or at least a lot of them, especially the early ones, the Greek and into the early Roman, late Roman and Byzantine. I don't know, yeah, I kind of lose it all there for me, but in these early coins, I think that's what, they're trying to bring instead of, art to life. I think they're trying to bring life into art. Like they're trying to capture that and show that, and like it's the spirit that gives life, right? So if anybody knows that line from a famous book, it is the spirit that gives life. And I don't think that you would be telling any of these Alexander the Great or his generals or any of the surrounding countries. You get into all of their coinage, and or take it back to Egypt and look at their writings and their symbology. It just, there's a reality to those things, and that's kind of how I'm tying it together, spiritually speaking. Is I think that for me, it helped me to see that all these old cultures totally believed or felt that there was a spiritual side of life. And I guess that's kind of what I'm seeing in these coins. So we'll get more into that and some of the symbology in the future, right? Like you look at that. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, just like the lion headdress there, or sitting on the throne with your scepter. All these things are, the lion from the tribe of Judah, right? Like all this is all in that time, and these coins just kind of bring out some of that symbology of the time, I think, and so I find it kind of fascinating. You can see where or maybe that's just some hair, but I don't know. I guess you call it dyed in. So yeah, I'm gonna get a Tomlov scope and we'll get a little closer on some of these. I think it's pretty cool coin here. Alright guys.